Hey guys, have you bought into M&S history? If you haven't, then you're missing out on a great, amazing, good opportunity that you may not always get to find because it's selling really, 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 really affordable right now. But a week from now, it's not going to remain the same. From the 26th of September 2022, that's a Monday precisely. M&S phase 3 is going to be selling for 18 million naira only. No, it's not only actually. It's going to be selling for 18 million naira. But if you buy into Amine Estate Phase 3 right now, you're going to be buying it for 15 million naira. So imagine saving yourself 3 million naira. But let's go back to the essence of the video for today. Today I want to talk about a very, very important topic that has been pressing on me and I want to just dish it out. What inspired this video? First of all, I had a client call me some few days back and he was like, Sally, it's a problem I want to buy, and I want your expert opinion on it before I go dive into buying into it. For some of us who doesn't know me, if you're seeing this video for the first time, you see me for the first time. My name is Salome Bassi, and I represent Real Estate with Sally. Real Estate with Sally is a real estate agency here in Lagos, Nigeria, with specialization on investment properties. We deal on clients who want to make money off real estate. So if you're that kind of person who wants to make money off real estate, you want to buy a property for investment. So the kind of agency you should be dealing with is Real Estate with Sally, as we are niche, grounded, professional, and experienced on delivering the best deal available in real estate in Lagos, Nigeria. So guys, let's go back to the topic, okay? What inspired this video? As I said, I had a client that just came like, Sally, I want to buy this property. I saw it on YouTube and I think it's a good one. So I was asking for my opinion. Basically, I don't like dishing it out because investment is a personal decision, it's a personal undertaking. So it's all about what you want, not about me, not about what I want. It's about what you want. But he insisted that he wants my opinion before he moves forward. So we had to, like, we go through the normal process I go through with my client on analyzing if a property is worth buying or not worth buying. At the end of it, we realized that the property was actually overpriced. The reality is this: every property has its peak period. Every property has there's something called in economics the law of elasticity of demand. I don't know how that will correlate, but you get to a point where you've exceeded, your price points. You can't, you can't. How do I even put this? So every property has a peak period, okay? So there's a price you buy a property for that if you want to sell it, it's going to be very difficult for you to get a good return on investment on that property. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to evaluate the price of a property before buying to avoid buying on overpriced location and overpriced property. So do you want to know how to evaluate the true value of a property before buying into it to avoid buying an overpriced property? Basically, in Nigeria, we don't have a system that regulates price, so it becomes difficult to really accentuate the actual value a property really commands. So this is a system I encourage my client to implement. First of all, check what is selling, other estates are selling for around that neighborhood. If you're buying a property, for instance, Ibeju Lekki is a very, very big community. So every angle has a different price point it attracts. So check for the neighboring estate. Well, how much are these people selling for? And you also come back when you evaluate the price. Every estate actually they are unique. Every brand, every real estate company brand, they are unique and they have their own unique value proposition they offer to the market. But at least the price difference from other neighboring estates shouldn't be that much, okay, to be able to avoid not buying an excessively priced property. So the difference shouldn't be that much. If the neighbor is selling, assuming 100 million, and if the property you're about to buy is selling for 100 million, and your neighboring estate there is selling for, assuming 25 million, then you know that there's something wrong with that head of property. It's way, way, way overpriced because eventually the true value of that location is going to emerge in the future. So compare the price and the prices of properties among other estates. The number two thing you can look out for is Check the the history of the company. So check the track history of this company. What have they done before? What development have they done, on their previous asset, their previous other properties? Have they kept to the promise of developing these things? I don't mean just putting in street lights, putting in cars and doing all of those glams. The reality is there are certain locations where you need all of these things, but when it comes to buying properties in Ibeju, there are times where you don't need all of those things. Now, what you need when should be considering when you're buying a property in Ibeju right now is that you're buying the property from a trustworthy, reliable company that is true to what they say they will do. So I like, I often like using Amen Estate as a matter of fact, as a real estate brand, to 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 emulate from. It's not enough to put in facilities where you're not going to use right now. Nobody is going to live in Ibeju right now. Anybody buying a property in Ibeju is buying for investment. That location isn't ripe right now to live in, except you're living in Amen Estate, of course. So, but if you're not living in Amen Estate phase 1 or 2, then you shouldn't be buying a property with intention of building in Ibeju within the next 2 years. It's a place you should be considering building in the next 3, 4, 5 years to come. So what you should be focusing now on is not the glim and the glam. What you should be focusing on is that the company is trustworthy, the property is well located, and third, the property is free from every form of encumbrance. So if the property has no issue at all, so you shouldn't be focused on whatever other flashy stuff. These things I told you about, the glim and the glam, it makes you deviate attention from focusing on the value, the true value that property offers, instead to lose focus from focusing on the true value that property offers and commands, which you're supposed to be focusing on. So as I said, the essence of this video first how to evaluate the true value of a property to avoid buying an overpriced property. So first thing, as I mentioned, the first thing you should be looking out for first is the company genuine. 2, check the track record of this company. Do they have a track record to hold on to? Do they keep to their promises of developing their estate, or do they just give word of mouth promises without meeting up with what they said they would do? So another third thing you should look at is the location. Where is this property situated? Is it a place where you could get good return on investment of the property, or is it a place you have to scramble to get back your money? Because as a matter of fact, Ibeju is big. Some locations in Ibeju attract higher return on investment faster than some other locations. So the fourth factor, is it the fourth or the third factor here, is what you should be looking out for is the price point. Price is very, very important in real estate. When you buy an overpriced property, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to dish back your return on investment, because you've already the cost you're buying the property is already eating up to your return on investment, your future return on investment. So it is important to buy properties at an affordable rate as much as possible, so you can chalk in a whole lot more of the return on investment. So as I mentioned, first, number 1, true reliable company. Check the track record. Number 2, of do they do what they say they would do? Do they keep up to their promises? Number 3, as I mentioned, check the location. How good is this location? Is it in a well situated, good, sweet location? Is it a location that will earn you good return on investment or not? So if the location is sweet, then you don't have a problem. And number 4, which is very, very pivot, price. Price is very important. So you should never look sight of price when you're buying a property. So when you put all of these factors into consideration, that is where you now know that, okay, is this property right for me or not? So to avoid buying overpriced property, look at all those 5 factors. If you're looking to buy in property in Lagos, Nigeria, there's a link there on the description. So all you have to do is click on it, and we would speak together. Catch her until again. I love you.